Hello everyone, this is Ted with OAXRAY, and today we're going to go over one of the biggest changes Amazon is going to make and how it's going to affect your Amazon FBA business, or if you're a parcel delivery person, this is going to affect you also. So I knew this was coming. I've been talking about it literally for the last 2 to 3 years with my friends who work at UPS, FedEx, and all of the delivery services. Now, this is something really interesting. I didn't know when it was coming, but this is like that intro point for Amazon into shipping not only their own products via FBA, but also products of the general public, but they're going to start off with just Amazon FBA sellers. So if you've actually been selling on Amazon FBA, you'll notice that there's just been a lot of changes, and some of those changes actually revolve around how you ship items into Amazon, how long it takes to receive the items. Now, if you shipped anything into Amazon recently, you know they've made a lot of changes. They're increasing those storage fees, especially during Q4, because they don't have enough space. The simple fact is Amazon sells or has sold about 25% more this year than it did last year. And every year it's growing by 25% or so or bigger. And what's happening is Amazon cannot take all the additional shipments from third-party sellers via FBA, plus their increased sales. They're not able to keep up with it. So Amazon has found a great way to actually circumvent this, and that's by having their own shipping services. So right now, if you sell an item on Amazon.com, what you're going to notice is that if you are merchant fulfilled, you generally have 3 shipping options. You have UPS, you have FedEx, and you have USPS, which is the government service. But if you actually see what Amazon is doing, they already have their Amazon Flex program out there, which allows you to essentially, which allows Amazon to deliver a package without going through UPS, FedEx, or USPS. It's their own service. Now, one thing they're able to do with their service is to keep cost down, because instead of giving out all the benefits, instead of paying UPS drivers, which in a lot of states are unionized, or instead of having USPS carriers who are unionized, who have pensions and all of these things, they're going the Uber route, which means they hire somebody, the person works when they want to, so their costs are much lower than is all of these other shipping services. So let's get into the nuts and bolts. Amazon is announcing that West Coast sellers in a lot of the big cities, they're going to be able to ship items directly through Amazon. So you have a merchant fulfilled order, it comes in today. The person wants 2-day air delivery. Instead of purchasing the shipment through UPS, USPS, or FedEx, Amazon is going to have its own shipping option, so you can ship it directly through them. And what I'm thinking is they might even be able to cut out all of the FedEx, all of the UPS, and all those other shipments eventually. So this is a huge change going on in the shipping marketplace. Whenever this was announced, UPS, FedEx shares fell by over 2%. So this is crazy, and people are actually responding to this, because you have to look at the situation. Amazon has automated to a point at which they can deliver packages cheaper than just about any other service. And they're kind of doing, I guess you want to call it a test. And what they're doing is offering it to sellers. But I would suggest that in 18 to 24 months, anybody's going to be able to ship through Amazon. The cool thing, and the thing that I think is much better than UPS and FedEx, is whenever you ship an order through Amazon, Amazon Flex driver shows up at your door. You print out the packing, you wrap it like you're supposed to, put it in a box, and you give it to the Flex driver. The Flex driver takes it to the Amazon facility, and then Amazon will ship it wherever it needs to go. And then another Amazon Flex driver at the other end is going to deliver it to someone's house. So instead of going to a UPS store, instead of going to a FedEx store or any of these locations, you're going to be able to stay at home, get the box picked up from your house, it will get taken, and it will get taken all the way to wherever it needs to go. Now, I'm sure they're going to offer ground services, so it takes more time or less time to get there. But the cool thing is for Amazon is they're staying in control of every single package. So they're actually taking control back from UPS, taking control back from FedEx and USPS, and they're saying, we want to know the exact date our packages will be delivered. We want to be able to control it and track it from the beginning all the way to the end. And this is just an awesome way to do it. Whenever you consider, sometimes a customer wants to cancel something that's merchant fulfilled 2 days later. So if they can cancel it 2 days later and you're within the Amazon network, Amazon might be able to reroute that before it even gets to the final customer. There's a lot of benefits to Amazon holding on to the delivery portion of this. And this kind of comes on the heels of them purchasing Whole Foods, and they're making a lot of acquisitions. They've actually purchased a few companies that are all over the world. So they've purchased a few UK companies who are doing delivery. And I'm thinking that they grabbed some of their knowledge, some of their technology and things that they were using, implemented it into their own system. And now we're here with this awesome product. I'm waiting for this to come to the East Coast. Right now it's only on the West Coast, but it's going to be awesome to be able to purchase shipping directly from Amazon, and Amazon can upgrade or downgrade the shipping based on my shipping settings. So if I need something there next day or 2-day air, they're going to be able to do that way more efficiently than UPS or USPS. So it's just going to be a great shipping option. I'm really excited about this. It's just another way Amazon is taking over the world, and they will be getting into all kinds of things. But the shipping, I think, is huge because we have really 3 or 4 major shipping companies, and having another company come in that is just going to be so much more efficient and just going to do it for a decent cost is really going to shrink the world for everyone. Now, the main thing, the reason I think they're doing this is because they don't want to keep your stuff at the fulfillment center anymore. And that is my thought. That's why they're raising the fees. That's why they're making it more expensive. So if you have 2 options and you can merchant fulfill it, you can ship it yourself. And let's say they offer competitive rates. So they offer a certain shipping speed and a certain shipping cost, no matter where it's going in the US or something like that. Maybe they're able to make it flat rate for specific items, and then you merchant fulfill it. They're able to keep their fulfillment centers clear and at the same time still make sure the customer gets the item within the correct amount of time. So I think it helps everybody. And they're trying to have Prime badges on all of their listings. That's what they really want. They want to have all their items to be able to delivered either next day, the same day, or at least within the 2-day Prime period. So my understanding and my thinking about how this is going to work is that over time, essentially everything is going to be Prime, because they're going to start forcing you to get that item shipped out of your house as quick as possible so it gets to the customer as quick as possible. I think this is awesome. Check into it and keep your eye on your settings, because you might live in a city where they roll this out and then you're like, I can ship this directly through Amazon. Take a peek at those costs, see if it's cheaper, and see what type of shipping they're offering to you. Look at the cost, and it might be a very viable option. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day. Make some money using OAXRAY. Please like and subscribe. And if you have a question about Amazon, put a comment down below and I'll make a video about it as soon as I can.